Hello Collective, thanks for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. So as always, thank you to those who have continued to support my channel, and welcome to those who are new. So today we are going to look into the energy as we move into the weekend and see what's coming forward. So the false light flickers, divine light stands strong within its truth. So anytime that you're confronting a lie, you will see it flicker, or it will adjust, or there'll be either something subtle or it will be a drastic shift. So it needs to align as close to the truth or the true divine light as possible so that it looks real. So there could be something about a smear campaign going on, doesn't have to be, but always remember the truth will never change, no matter how much it's swamped with whatever to drown it out. So that may be something for you to remember. So we've got the Hanged Person at the bottom of the deck and the Five of Wands, Three of Cups under that. So we keep seeing a lot of the Five of Wands. So some kind of conflict, misinformation, or being on different pages, or whatever it is. Your messages have already said to let it come to you. There's no point thinking about that until it happens. So you've just seen a list of the current scripts that are in play. So let's see what comes up. So we've got here the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Swords in reverse, and the Nine of Wands. All right, so with the Two of Pentacles, that's letting us know that there is something that's going on, that maybe it's at a bit of a standstill. If you're up against a group, like the stories that are going around in the community, there's a particular group and they're targeting tarot readers. They want to overwhelm genuine, authentic readers as much as they can. Harassment and just nonsense within the comments, and suppressing video reach, all things like that. So it's all very covert, behind the keyboard, behind the scenes, nothing that they believe that you can prove. So they believe. So there's something in play at the minute that's causing conflict, or you may be being led to believe that conflict is about to descend on you for some reason or whatever. Like my other reading said, I wouldn't worry about it too much. If it shows up, it shows up. But know that with this particular situation, and it doesn't have to be the tarot community, place it to whatever situation you may be going through, anywhere that you work or relationship, whatever it may be. But know that you will be protected at this time, because especially with our little friend there, the King of Swords in reverse, they are trying to escape paying their karmic debt. So that's what we're seeing. This is why I'm documenting everything, so that those that are following along, well, whenever you've jumped on board with the storyline, it repeats round all the time. So it doesn't really matter when you pick it up, but there'll be lots of things for you to be able to see, the planted readers. So we've got the Two of Pentacles flipping the script, changing something round. So like the reading said at the beginning, the false light will flicker. That would be an example of it. changing the narrative or adjusting a storyline, changing the script or readapting it so that it blends in like it's a natural thing. So you'll see a lot of recycled posts. Obviously people now and again, they may well do the other one, like one or two or something like that, but the planted ones are generally like continuous, like on a cycle, re-upload, whereas you'll see many of the readers, they're reading the current energy, so they post what they post and then they let the algorithm get on and do whatever it's doing, and they crack on with the next one, and so that's there. So just something to bear in mind. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, so something to do with finances. You could be experiencing something to do with finances, especially if you are a content creator and there's something dodgy going on with your stats and all things like that. Doesn't have to be, it could just be that you're trying to balance your life and you've got some kind of toxicity in the form of either a partner of some kind, just trying to throw you off balance, literally. So the Ten of Pentacles is representing the amount of money that's made from this organization scam network that they have infiltrated, not just the tarot community but many others. It's the same script that's rolled out, but depending on which environment they overlay it to. The purpose of the planted tarot readers is so that they can relay messages, and so that when particular tarot readers, depending on who they're connected to which person they're focused on, because there's going to be many, then they are able to report in, let's say, and then they'll be given instruction, and then they'll post a video to try and change a direction. So the other planted readers will jump on board. So if you saw one of my other videos, that it was saying when you hit a truth or you do an action that is piercing through the false construct, then you will within an hour start seeing a fear-based titles coming back, or something to provoke some kind of paranoia or whatever it is. That's the false light. That's how they speak, because they have to keep you in a Eight of Swords in your head, or anticipation that some kind of conflicts come in, or it's whatever it is. It's always fear-based. So there's a lot of money in that, so they need to keep you recycling around, linking and replaying, connecting to trauma, because that's where they get their content from. So it's fed back from, so say if you were experiencing anything by a King of Swords or Queen of Swords in reverse, either one, that whatever they do to manipulate your immediate environment or workplace or whatever it is, baby mother, baby father, whatever it is that connects you to them, then they go back, they feed it to like a hub, let's say, the script writers, and then they give it to the readers that you're most likely watching. Don't forget that we're dealing with hackers, so, and it's all internet based, so they'll be able to see which readers you're clicking and watching and trace it back, so then they know that they're feeding whatever through your news feed. So the King of Swords in reverse, there's something feels you'll probably see, because he's gone quiet for a little bit. That's because one of the scripts playing out at the minute is a relationship one, so this may have been your experience, but what you're seeing now is coming forward under the disguise of I've changed and I'm actually divine masculine, and so coming through on that energy, whereas you know that someone like this isn't changing anytime soon, which is why you've pulled away or currently trying to stabilize yourself, maybe your finances, so that you can detach. But the purpose is to keep you in an Eight of Swords. So the Nine of Wands is letting you know that yes, whether you're feeling tired or whether you are motivated to keep pushing on, it's not something that you've not been through before, in the sense of the endurance of tough times. So just keep going and know that you're highly protected at this time. My feel is with this combination that this King of Swords is in some kind of a bind himself. There's a lot of energetic backfires that's going on. And remember, this person, people, group are experiencing karmic backfires because they keep throwing other people under the bus to shield themselves, or literally don't believe that there's it's going to be possible for it to not go in their favor, because they are heavy manipulators and they've got enough people connected in all areas to help control an outcome of a situation. That's not the outcome of what we're seeing now, which is why this King of Swords, whoever they maybe, can be a couple of people, but just representing the energy really. But that's why they're struggling. They're caught in a trap, literally, and probably hoping that you tire and just disappear. But it feels with this Two of Pentacles, something is being changed round. There may be outlays of money, so particular people paid. So for example, if there was anything legal connected, they may be currently feeding through or priming people a narrative to build up to an actual smear campaign, just in case it did go down a legal route. May do, may not do, it depends what your situation is. But my feel is that they're preparing something. So it would be like if I get arrested, or if I press charges on them to try and get into you first, for example, then I'm paying you, all of you, to back me up and say, yeah, they're a sex worker or whatever, and that's all it was going through a rough patch with my wife, but we're all sorted now. And then there'll be public displays of affection, like they're the fairy tale marriage, but everyone will know that that's not the case. But where this narrative is going to be different, because they've never really got to this stage. Maybe there could be police involvement, I don't know, but this feels like for them to be worried and tired and drained, that there must be something more serious, which is why I was picking up that there's probably been another shift of some kind. So if you know that you've been standing in your truth and up against a group of any kind, then you may well have caused a massive shift. So people be getting nervous. All right, so let's see if we can see. So third eye chakra. So paying for readings, definitely they'll be wanting to see an outcome. There feels like they may be struggling to get an answer. And that's just purely because of a reading I've just done. So not to mix the two in case it is something completely different, but seeing the paying for readings and then changing it round. Or it could just be paying readers, and saying, oh, I can see, or I'm psychic, or, well, everyone's psychic, or I'm clairvoyant, I'm a medium, saying all of this, but really they're being paid to help the narrative. So there was one, whether it's going to start coming into play, about if my ex is crazy and gonna get them committed or something like that. We did see it with the Christian 21 scam. It was already rolled out through there, so that's the blueprint, and now it's pushing through here, has been for a while. So it's to to discredit you. If it did ever get to something legal, then your word is it. So if they were trying to change your mental health, for example, if you are a stable person, the relentlessness of attacks and trying to dismantle your home environment, your attack your financial stability, whatever your situation may be, to wear you down. If you've had to go to the doctors for anything, then they would play on that, whereas actually it's them that's created it. But again, like I'm saying, this time it's not going to work. If that's the process before, this is why they're worried. So we've got here the waiting game. So everybody, hanged person, everyone standing firm, whether that's yourself or those that are all positioned, because remember, they know the script, they know the order, and there's a specific timing that it all falls in. That's why you're able to, once you catch the patterns, and obviously lots of people are going through the similar situations, but you're looking for recycled, scripted narratives that they don't change. So, but they may a little bit because it's being called out and now people are actively looking for them. So we've got emotional withdrawal, the King of Swords in reverse, which that would really be because something's coming on top, or they've just lost an amount of money. They could be moving money around. There's something that's given an anxiety. It won't be anything to do with you specifically, collective, because we know that this person will have no feelings for you, unfortunately to say. In that sense, they are programmed to do a job, and it is as cut and dry as that. But losing finances is definitely something that will have this type character in tears. So we've got here the solar plexus chakra. Your intuition is speaking to you at the minute. That's probably what has got you through to this stage. This type of character isn't connected to their intuition, so this is why they will pay for readers or people, the tarot surfers, to go round and get as many as they can, so they can check everybody's outcomes. Is it saying the same, seeming the same, all like that? So a lot of money needs to be spent out till they can build a rapport with the right reader that they know is accurate. But again, like I'm saying, because the spirit realm is heavily involved in the outcomes here, because as long as you're not trying to force or manipulate an outcome, you'll be fine. This is what they do, and they've got to change and shift something. There's plenty of backfires that are on the way. So the more people that they call on board, rather than those people saying, no, I want nothing to do with it, the worse it will get. It is all out, it's all exposed. This person wouldn't be worrying. So let's see. Yeah, emotional loss. So maybe something's coming forward in the shape of readings that they're starting to see, that either there's something that unbeknown to you or whatever, no fault of yours is what I'm saying, it will be on them or people they're connected to. Something has caught them in the trap, and there's a high chance or high probability that it's not going to go in their favour. That's the feeling that I'm picking up. And we saw the Three of Cups. So whereas before it was a given that it would go in their favour. So something has changed where the spirit realm come in and play a hand, it would be if they were used to using a particular legal people or whatever, or judge or something, that person would be swapped out or changed, or something along that line would be different, so that they it's like a fair chance for everything, something like that. That's, they need everything consistent the same because they're working off of a script. So we've got emotional loss, so that would be making sense for some kind of smear campaign, really doing the rounds and upping tempo is what I felt. So we've got number 5 there. That may be significant for you in some way. Yeah, so third eye chakra, the 2 of Pentacles, something's coming back, and the high probability that they're not going to be able to change it, or it's not looking like it's going to go in their favour. So that's the emotional blackmail, or they are having an ego death. It's like the mask is coming off, which for that type person is just horrendous, and we're not wishing that, but in the same sense, we're not wishing this bullshit on ourselves. So we've got here memories of love, so collective, depending on which narrative you're caught up in. If this is your situation, you're going to be receiving some kind of you're probably already being primed and prepped of divine masculine coming back, memories of love can't get you out of their head, and all the rest of it. So yeah, 10 of Pentacles, they want to build with you, waiting game, they're fed up waiting, they're going to approach, which may be making some of you anxious, especially if it was a very volatile relationship or situation. And then we've got here the emotional withdrawal, so nothing divine masculine or positive about that, but the solar plexus chakra is absolutely screaming to be on, not on high alert. That's the thing, that they want you to be heightened with your emotions and anxiety, because it's an instant, constant drain. That's why when we saw the 5 of Wands, just try not to let it get into your mind. Just be more mindful what you are watching on YouTube, because those titles are for the algorithm gaming. So it's primed specifically to get in front of you, obviously, but also it's coded with warnings. Then when you read the message, there's the subliminal coding that they've got to include in the reading somewhere. That's why you've got to be really careful. If you are feeling a bit sensitive or worried or whatever, just pull yourself away. And as soon as you cut it out or remove yourself from it, or this type person or work situation, I know not everyone can just get up and change jobs, but when you start identifying what it is that's giving you that inner conflict, then you can keep it at arm's length or avoid it, or just take as much of a break from it as you safely can. So here we've got deception and envy. Number 7 may be significant. Number 5, number 6, number 7, number 3. So divine masculine storyline coming in. King of Swords reverse may be saying that they're heavily stressed, which could be a thing as well. Only you will know your situation. This is not telling you anything new. This is a re-loop of something you will have already experienced. So the deception and envy gets masked with the emotions of emotional withdrawal. Remember that even if you were to call out a liar and you see a shift and a change or whatever, you will still be gaslit that you're seeing it wrong, you're calling it wrong. There'll be a reinforcement around you some way or somehow to reflect that back, a lot of projection for you to doubt your intuition. that's the purpose, that's what gives them the stronghold over you. So never, like, you know this situation, there's nothing for you to doubt. Your intuition is guiding you, your spirit guides guiding you, your higher self knows exactly the pathway to navigate you through. You've just got to hold firm and stand in your truth and just trust that it's going to play out different this time. So deception and envy is something that they can't get out of. This is why the spirit realm are heavily involved at this time, because this is a karmic debt that's being collected, and there's some kind of deception or envy or something that's maybe might not even be linked to you, could be linked to something completely different that starts unraveling things. But where it's such a network, there's so many crossovers that once one's pulled down, then many others are going down like a domino effect as well. That's why you'll be experiencing like some kind of conflict, intimidation or psychological warfare, letting you be your own worst enemy in your head, like you're imagining it, but you know that you're not. So trust what you're seeing and feeling. And let them say whatever they're going to say. At the end of the day, the only people they're doing a smear campaign to are the people that are up round them, you know. So we've got here disruption, the Tower. So you may be picking up on this Five of Wands as if this tower is coming for you. It may affect you or impact you some way, but for this reading, the way that the energy's going, it feels to me that something's happened that they can't detach from, which is why they need to now create and manufacture a story that kind of covers them, but paying others to back it up because their word alone won't be taken. So don't worry about that, it will iron out. This disruption, which is the Tower in the tarot, is why we're seeing the Nine of Wands. Someone is struggling, or the group is struggling to hold it together, because there's like shimmering like a strobe light. All right, so we've got patience. Okay, let's see, what else can we get? See what these ones have to say, because it's the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. We'll see, and they only get affected by finances. Yeah, heavy projection. So whatever you're picking up on that's being made to feel like it's to you, know that this is the situation that they are most likely in. The energy does feel really weird. I can feel the adrenaline going for you. All right, so we've got roll the dice. Time to put yourself out there. You're hiding your talents, and it's time to take a risk and step into the spotlight now. So taking a risk, you need to use your own discernment what that means, but if you're connected to anything like this, then there's a good chance that you're being suppressed in some way, whether it's to cloud your judgment and trust your gifts, or whether it's to flip the script and come out showing your gifts, or expanding your business, or whatever it may be, or just walking in your truth with your head held high and confident. So you're being told to trust as much as you can, that now's the time to tap into your power and empower yourself as safely as you can, because this character isn't a nice one. So that is a generalized statement. you'll be as supported as if you've been stuck in something like this for a long time, just know that this is something different. Everything is changing. So of all the times to stand up at the same time others are, now would be the time to do it. So the Ten of Pentacles, we've got wealth. You're working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look into long-term career planning. So again, stepping into your confidence, taking back your power. This may be an issue that's going on that you may have slipped through the net, or, oh God, collective, you've managed to get out of your box and you're not going back in. So you're juggling your finances, but whatever you're doing, you're creating a financial traction and you're building your own stability, self-sufficient. This may not be going down too well because you're moving out of the script, so they have to they can't use your content because they won't want to be promoting how well you're doing, because it's a reflection on another one has slipped through the net, which means a decrease in finances for them. So keep doing what you're doing. You're attracting money, the more confident and the more self-love. I mean, here into a character like that, it's just a bottomless pit. You're being made to feel worthless, that you can't establish a business, or you can't do this. You can't. No one can do anything with that type of attack on your self-esteem, confidence, telling you just are useless at anything. That's coming from fear-based place. So the more that you're separated from that, you're able to stabilize your emotions and build slowly on there. It doesn't have to be a timed quick thing. It's just keep one foot in front of the other and you're going to get there. So the waiting game, it's a marathon, not a sprint, whereas they're all very quick. So we've got money matters, like we were saying, there's got to be something financial that's going to have them in tears. Money matters a lot now. Watch your expenses and save up for the future. You need to be prepared for the unexpected, which is the Tower. So something's hit, and most likely it's to do with finances, obviously, but the more people that are now noticing the planted readers, and I know there's a few of you that are watching particular readers that have caught your eye, and as the more you're watching them, then when there's a shift, you'll see something change or whatever. It won't take long for you to pick it up if you haven't already. So not only are there funnels, they're siphoning funnels drying up, so the stealing of content and recycling it, they're making on ads, fake views, fake subs, all of those tricks. And to be fair, they probably look at someone like myself or yourselves, think, well, you're the mugs for doing it that way because we're making a packet. But you only get so far with that before it can come crashing down at any time. And that's probably what's happening now. An example being made because they believe that they are untouchable in some way. They've got everything covered. So many bills coming out, or could be even if someone else has been caught for something and it links to that, something will be going on in their environment that is unbeknown to you, me, whatever. Doesn't have to even be directly, but it may impact something like that. Or if they're trying to get people to lie in court, let's just say with that example, maybe people are saying no, or they're taking the money, and whether you've been to court or you're going through court, or it's just covering all bases just in case, that money may well have already been paid out. So yeah, all right, so some kind of preparing for the unexpected, which is our tower. This could still be just a projection worry into the future. So they may feel that with their solar plexus, that's our translation. They don't, they're not led by intuition, but there's a feel, something feels off. That's probably because it's been fed back that the energy's shifting and it's not looking as hopeful as it probably once was. So rewards. You are cashing in on all the good work you've done. Raises, bonuses, prosperity are coming in. Keep going and keep growing. And that's the advice she was given there about stepping into your power. Step by step, you're going to build something that is solid. The foundations are rock solid. And because you're going about it the long route, but the better way, it's not likely to keep collapsing anytime soon unless it's being sabotaged or you're being made to believe that it's something that you can't pull off or you can't do. So just take your time with it, because as well, another added bonus is because this is a collection of a karmic debt being repaid, that this is why the drain, the financial drain from anywhere is happening, doesn't directly come from them to you, but it gets taken from them, let's say, into the universe pot of blessings, and then it comes to you in whatever way it needs to, which if you're working on a business or an idea or something, self-love, self-care, treating yourself, then it will come in that form, whatever you're needing. So there's that disruption there. Okay, so depends where you're at with this stage. You could just be picking up on it. You could be having confirmation this is what you're seeing. You're able to look at which scripts are in play. And if you know that you're doing everything as authentic, as honestly as you can, but yes, you're still going to be reading on relationships, finance. But I'm not saying that anyone that touches on that is planted, but you can tell once you start to know. Don't forget they're very skilled at looking real, of course. So we've got number 2, angels of healing are with you. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength. Yay, beautiful. See how everything is all blending in. Makes sense. So this could be the shift that's happened. 22, open your heart. No one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal this situation. Memories of love. Which they know your healing process, so they know when you're vulnerable to that weakness, and then they come in. I've changed. And I'm bringing all of this with me. Help me unpack it. So we've got King of Swords in the reverse. Number 14, have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Yeah? That's what it's saying. Just again, it's being mindful that if you are still in this situation, appreciate it's not as easy as our generalized readings just flippantly make it sound. It's more individual, more complex, we know that, but that's only you're going to know what stage you're at. But you will have been through this. This isn't something new. It's what's probably new is this bit, that it's not going to turn out how it always does. That bit's new, whereas the rest you already probably know and have experienced. So we've got rewards. 44. You will manifest what you need. Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance you need. See, they're working in the background to flip the script. Yay. 43. Your vibration is rising. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. Ta-da! So, there you go, collective. That's your little reading for today. I hope that it helped you, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.